Wow, wanna know about an epic battle? Let me tell you about a story that happened in heaven. Just imagine, up there was a fight between Michael, a top angel, and an evil dragon, along with his henchmen. Guess who won? That's right, Michael's team. And what happened to the dragon and his gang? They were kicked out of paradise, straight to earth. God kicked them in the ass and sent them down. But look, this isn't just a reason to celebrate for angels. Those who live up there can celebrate, but down here it's a problem because that dragon, who is also called the devil and Satan, arrived here with immense anger, knowing that his time is running out. And then he and his friends go around cheating and doing bad things. You know what's worse? Everything that has to do with this guy is pure evil, because he's like the king of darkness without a shred of light. And not now, no. Since before we existed, this devil was already up to no good. Leave your like and subscribe to our channel and stay up to date with all our videos. Let's talk about a guy named Satan. He was a very powerful angel there in heaven. But do you know what happened? He let his pride get to his head and decided to rebel. Remember the book of Ezekiel, chapter 28? There he tells how he was before all handsome and shiny. But then he started thinking that he was better than everyone else because of his beauty and intelligence. Then God punished him, throwing him down there. But look, there's more story about how he fell. The prophet Isaiah wrote about what he said he did. Like, he wanted to climb higher than everyone else, even higher than God. He said like, I'm going to go up to heaven. I'm going to sit on the throne of God. I'm going to be the greatest of all. Just imagine how crazy. Let's talk about other angels who also failed. Look, the story is that they weren't kicked out of heaven because of pride like Satan, you know? They didn't even try to become like God. These angels were sent to a very bad place. Like, the Bible says that they are in a horrible place, like an eternal prison, until the day of judgment. Seriously, there's even a verse in Jude and another in 2 Peter talking about this. They did not follow Satan, but even so, God did not spare them. While Satan was sent to earth, these angels were thrown into a bottomless hole, like a prison. The crowd even discusses whether what they did was worse than what Satan did. It was ugly, you know? Let's take a look at some angels who received a very heavy punishment. You know, while Satan may be running around on earth causing mayhem, these angels are trapped in a very dark place. Like, they can't even come close to earth. It seems like their punishment was worse than Satan's, right? And then the question remains, why didn't God leave these angels loose on earth like Satan? They were thrown into a very bad place, like a prison in hell, and they stayed there, far from earth and heaven. And the crazy thing is that these angels didn't turn into demons or evil spirits that we see around. They are there, trapped and far from everything and everyone. Then comes the question, who are these angels and what did they do so badly to deserve punishment like this? There are even some Bible scholars who think they are the same angels that we read about somewhere in the Bible. You know that bizarre moment in Genesis, chapter 6? Well, there it talks about some angels who decided to come down from heaven and mingle with people on earth. And what happened? A mess. They kept an eye on the women here and found them very beautiful. So, get this, they left paradise up there just to be with these women down here. Look, that was one hell of a mess. The Bible even says that these angels left heaven and came here just to hang out with humans. It was a gigantic sin. They got dirty mixing with the people from earth, who were already full of evil. Just imagine, a sin so serious that even the angels paid the price. They became unclean, you know? So the question remains, do different sins have different punishments? The thing is that their mess opened the doors to Satan, leaving everything impure. And there? Crazy, right? The Bible makes a serious point about who can enter heaven. Only those who are pure in heart. And look, God does not tolerate evil. These angels strayed from the right path. They became all messed up inside. God couldn't just ignore that, you know? The guys also mixed in with the humans, creating a somewhat strange parade. And then, the last thing these angels should have done was go on this dirty spree. We see nowadays how a lack of respect in this area can cause a lot of confusion. Look, some people do horrible things because of this, they even kill. And if a person can't control this, it's like a city without walls, completely vulnerable. Imagine if these angels were out there without restraints. It would be a total mess. That's why God didn't let them stay on earth, because it would be chaos. Yes, there is every situation that shows how important it is to have self-control, right? Just imagine, these angels were completely without restraint, like a city without security. They threw themselves into sin, and then, my friend, only God knows how much trouble would have happened if they had been left loose on earth, causing chaos around. That's why there are people who wonder how Satan can roam the earth freely. But these angels were sent to hell until Judgment Day. Wow, are these guys worse than Satan himself? There are even some Bible scholars who think they are the angels that John saw coming out of a bottomless hole, like in a book called Revelation. And look, they will be given the power to make people hell just like giant scorpions. It gives you goosebumps, right? Joao, that guy who wrote the book of Revelation? Then, he described some bizarre creatures that appear to be these angels. Look, he said that these creatures were like grasshoppers, but they weren't normal, no. They had a man's face, long hair, lion's teeth, and they even had iron armor. And the sound of their wings was like carts and horses going to war. What's more, they had scorpion tails and poisonous spikes. And the craziest thing is that there was a king in charge of these creatures, an evil angel called Abaddon or Apollyon, which means the destroyer. And look, he's not Satan, no. But will these angels be released after Judgment Day? Some think so, but others say it can't be worse than Satan, who will be thrown into a lake of fire forever. It's a mystery, There are a lot of questions about these angels.